Tom Tabor, T4 Associate CEO, been a member of Vistage since 2013. We provide voice of the customer studies for B2B clients. If I reflect back on one of the reasons why I joined, it was because I had no peer-to-peer connection with others in the same shoes I was in. There was loads of people below me and a few people above me, but I didn't really have anybody that I could lean on for essentially a business advisory group, which is one of the reasons I joined it. I joined Vistage initially for business purposes. What I didn't really appreciate was the personal connection you develop with people, which takes it just a lot further. And the personal piece of it essentially opens the door for stronger business contacts as well. The word we use is vulnerability, which is the ability to basically opening up about what's happening in your life or in your business, etc. And those that actually play both sides of it, myself included, both business and personal, I think I often had the strongest connections and often got some of the best advice from their peers. In terms of great pieces of advice, it was actually a collection of bits of advice. Back in 2020, when COVID struck, the former practice I was part of basically hit the wall. And the opportunity was created for me to spin off and create my own firm. And with the help of my Vistage peers, they helped me navigate through every major decision about this business startup. And I will say point blank, if it wasn't for them, the business had been off the ground, but boy, it would have stumbled much, much longer. People say it's lonely at the top. You're often faced with issues that you have no one to go to. And you don't want to become vulnerable to your team on all matters. And so you need an outlet. And that's one of the elements that comes forward. The beauty of the team, of the group is that while they're all from different walks of life and different types of businesses, it is uncanny how often there is comparability in challenges, issues, problems that need to be addressed. And as a result, it's just a great peer group to provide insight input. So if I reflect on some of the areas where I got the most benefit, it often was in more tactical issues that were kind of in the earlier years of my business experience, meaning I had a debate over marketing spend, which way to go. I had a debate over some key hiring decisions, for or against. I had a debate on considering a branch expansion, actually overseas to London. And in all those cases, I had a kind of a certain mindset in which how to tackle it. But through the help of 14 of my closest friends, they uncovered the fact that I hadn't really thought through other considerations. And in at least 2 out of the 3 cases I just mentioned, and the end result was a different decision than the way I was going, which just validates the value of the whole experience. It was powerful. To Francine's credit, the challenge was to develop a 10-year vision plan for yourself that could include your business or not. So the value of the exercise was that it caused me to really solidify my exit plan. 61 years old, I'm not going to be in the business forever, but it forced me to say, okay, what is the timing for trying to begin setting up a transition? Who is likely to be in those positions to basically catch the ball and run with it? What steps do I need to begin taking now if I want the transition to happen 5 years from now? Because I just thought, well, I got to plan a transition. I never actually went through the steps of step 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That was invaluable in and of itself. We did this about a year ago, and to this day it was one of the best things I ever did. And I look at it every year, and I look at it going, how am I tracking against this 10-year plan? And we're now essentially basically in year 2. So it was great. It was really very, very revealing and a little bit uncomfortable as well. But that's part of the process. So. So for those that are debating whether or not this is a good use of time, money, etc., I can say without exception that every major decision I faced for the business over the last 10 plus years, I brought to the Vistage group and discussed it, presented the issues, and got great feedback. And again, I can think of one after another of issues I wrestled with that the group really helped me steer through that unknown or the uncertainty of what to do. That paid for itself multi times over because I would have made a number of mistakes, whether hiring mistakes, investment decisions, etc. That would have cost me a chunk of money. That alone created the ROI for spending money on Vistage. So, if I think about the ROI from Vistage, I can look at it at two levels. Number one, look at just the advice I received and think about the mistakes I would have made, etc. It's hard to put a price tag on that, but hell, just 2 or 3 hiring mistakes is easily a 6-figure error when it comes right down to it. That alone probably covers several years of Vistage. But I also, by the way, am a service provider. Like there are many members of the group that are service providers. And that opened the door to basically provide services to other Vistage members, either directly or through referrals. And that alone was worth X times more than the cost of Vistage. So that wasn't my reason for getting into it by any means. It was kind of a benefit that I wasn't counting on, but it definitely added to the ROI perspective. Just thinking about the group, it's opened me up to be more vulnerable and to realize it's okay to be vulnerable. Because you go into this, or you think of, the CEO, you got to have the answer to everything. I guess the big world's vulnerability, what you don't know, and what some of the decisions you're on the fence about making, and some of the needs to maybe set course corrections. And once you learn that it's okay to do that, it actually, I think, makes you a better leader with those because they have more respect for you because you're being more honest and being more transparent. So I would say that of all the things that came out of the confidential nature of the group was the willingness and the encouragement to be vulnerable, which actually played into my business dealings as well to some extent. Why consider it in a nutshell? You don't know what you don't know until you get in front of 14 or so other people that are really smart and can cut you down to size when you think you're on top of the world. Everybody needs an advisory group. Everybody needs people to give people advice. A day a month has been more than worth it. And for those that know me, they know I've actually traveled from the UK for 4 years back to my group in Chicago because it's worth that much. I could go on, but that probably cut
That was awesome. That was totally awesome.